And fade out. Hi. What's going on, folks? What is happening? It is Friday night, 7:30, here along the Panhandle and elsewhere where you're watching, and y'all know what that means. It is time for Panhandle Fishing Report. I'm your host, Smitty, with Smitty Surf Fishing, and with me always is my co-host.
Hey, everybody. It's Demo from Finding Demo Surf Fishing Podcast. Welcome to the weekend, and it's gonna be a funky one. Kind of weird. Hey, whoever you are.
Yeah. Facebook user. Don't forget, if you're watching on the platform and it asks you to give permissions, you need to give StreamYard permission so they can post your profile and information. So we know who you are.
Or
in situations like that.
Or, hi, Josie, how are you? Another wing you can do, a wing. Oh my God. I can speak English. Another thing you can do, run over to one of the YouTube channels, whether it's the Smitty Surf Fishing or Finding Demo Surf Fishing. You can run it through the YouTube channel and still communicate that way. You just won't see all the crazy interaction. But you guys know when we talk, we always interact and we go with comments, sometimes to our slightly disadvantage of bubble gums and stuff like that.
But, that was a classic. To end the show last week, the way we did was... I laughed for probably a good 30 minutes afterwards, after we were done.
Yeah, there was that one. There was even in the green room that you guys didn't get to see. Mike and I were very much so enjoying laughter in the background. And yes, that was very, very nice. It was well
absolutely done. So what up, Bruce? 17 more days. Nice.
Yep, you're almost there.
Getting ready to come down on vacation.
Yes, you
that's
did.
Nice.
You did make it. Look, we're here.
Finally made it. Trucking life. Oh, that's a nice rig. Nice. Lonnie, what is up, buddy?
Lonnie, how are you tonight? Good to see you. All right. So as you're pouring, let's go ahead and get into it. What do you got in the bottle tonight, sir?
Jumping right into it. I'm actually finishing up some George Dickel number 8 sour mash. George Dickel Tennessee whiskey. It's delicious. It's good. I always like to try to keep a bottle of that handy, and it looks like I need to make another run and get another bottle because she's almost empty.
No dang.
Yeah. Well,
not good.
Yeah. No. And I'm actually mixing the night with a little ginger ale here. Instead of the straight pour.
Splash.
Splash. You heard the ginger ale, right? Just a psh, there it is. Just a little something to lighten it up a little.
So going back a few weeks, we were talking about cocaine sharks. Jen and I finally watched Cocaine Bear as we were sitting around.
Oh yeah. How was it?
It's like the perfect movie to watch in bed.
Is it?
Absolute stupid wonderfulness with, big name cast members, and you're like, what the hell? But it's not ruining the movie here when I say it, but I think one of the great thing that we all Disney now. No,
Disney now. No, what? No.
One of my favorite parts is definitely where the bear snorted a line of coke off of one of the corpses. So I was like, whoa.
Off a corpse?
Yes, straight. Yes, it was. It was definitely top 5 dumbest movie, and it was wonderful.
Sometimes you need those things.
Yes, it was the perfect thing. Our names have always been like that, Cliff.
Yeah, we've always had these up there, Cliff.
Always been there. Get 2 more drinks in, damn it! I know you're just getting home early.
Exactly. What is up, Cliff?
Hopefully, we'll see you again soon.
Trucking life. You should try Buffalo Trace. That is a good one. I do like Buffalo Trace. That is a good bourbon, and all of their, like we were talking last week, all of the Buffalo Trace distillery brands all taste pretty good to me. They all kind of build off the same mash build and everything. So yeah, it's good stuff.
So fun thing that we got from last week. Jack, good evening to you. How are you? Mike and I were getting text messages in the background here in case you guys didn't see it. We do sometimes get text messages. We try to keep our phones on silent, but they were also in the chat. Was our Real Coastal just getting after it fishing, and then I get a text from Brent after showing the video of them watching us while they're fishing. So it was like, that's
a video of them watching the video of us doing the cut. That's pretty good.
It was fun. They had a good night out there. They were having a good time fishing, and the fishing is getting pretty good in certain species. It's not a wide open variety.
It is.
But there's a couple species right now you can hone in on, and if you're in
Inshore,
Florida,
offshore, and everywhere. Yeah.
it's a red snapper weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
You know it. The 1st through the 4th.
Yep.
We got Saturday, or we had today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Did we get
Labor Day holiday? Yeah, today it's September 1st. So it's every Friday, Saturday, Sunday it's every Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the month, and then Labor Day was included, so it's the 4th. 4 days this weekend, and then Thanksgiving Day is the other one, so that'll be another 4-day.
Your audio's acting funky. I don't think it's my side. Might be. Be. Yeah, you're just on turbo mode. I think you're leaking.
Was it all digital?
Yeah, a little bit. And you can keep snook. If I could catch one.
Interesting. Yeah, if we had them up here, that would be great. All right. Jump right into it. This week's show is sponsored by GI Jigs. Use code PFR for 10% off your purchase. GI Jigs are patented handmade jigs, custom designed around the eye, which is important, and made with unique characteristics to entice fish into reaction strikes. Go check them out at gijigs.com. Appreciate Lanya.
Is anyone else watching the show getting a problem with Mike's audio, or is it my computer? Somebody let me know here. I just want to verify.
What? Was it really? Was it doing all the Speedman talking again?
Yeah. You were.
Was it Speedman talking?
Speedman, digital, and hey.
Yep.
Guy. Well, hello to you, Nick.
Hey, what is up, brother? All right, let's go in here to the settings real quick. See if I can't fix that.
You're better now. I think I honestly, I think it's your internet connection. That was something I accidentally realized recently with my couple of podcasts. I found that certain things were kind of funky. It was an internet issue. So yeah, everybody like right now, Lonnie just said you're good. So
how's this? Is this much better?
You're good.
Is this better? Better. Okay.
Oh, talk dirty to
me. We'll keep it like this. We're gonna talk fishing tonight. There we go. We'll go back this way. That's better.
That was better.
The other one was better.
Listeners, go ahead and get that subwoofer out, and
that's right. Crank down the bass. It is all good. Can we have the low and slow mic?
Hello, sure you are. That was good. Oh no!
I wonder if
you guys messed up. Now he's gonna go through the settings.
Oh yeah. So now I'm on the settings. So now we're
Mike.
Now we're just gonna keep it like this for the rest of the show. Y'all asked for it. Here it comes.
I love it.
Right.
I don't even care.
WFLA Fishing Report with Smitty. Yeah, we could do something like that.
I really, I don't ever dig into the settings on the shore. I mean, we got a bunch on this, but if I have to dig in, and if we start getting into that, I mean, words can get funky. Funky. I don't know if I want to.
Funky's a good word to use.
Okay, so we've already nailed that one. Into the fishing for the week. You got it. You got out and got some action. Hello to Florida Surf Tackle. Good evening.
What is up, Mr. Burford?
How did you do this week, sir?
All right, I'm gonna switch her back because there we go. All right.
Now I'm gonna screw with mine.
Now you're gonna mess with your settings and everything. Yeah, we got out this week. The speckled trout bite in the bay is on fire, and I'm going to. I had to log out of that real quick. Let me log back in. I want to bring up a couple photos of. It was a good trip we had, and speckled trout and mangrove have been the key. Live shrimp under popping corks, and the flats right now are full of speckled trout and redfish. We lost some nice redfish, and right at the boat, unfortunately. I don't know if y'all can see that picture show up. There we go.
Hang on, I'll get the banners. Give me 3 seconds.
Okay.
All right, banners are off. Go for it.
All right, so nice trout there. That was the average size through the whole trip, but 4 hours constant action there, and another nice one there on that one. And then, I mean, we had some. I'll go back to this other photo. We had some redfish that followed, like literally when you're working your popping cork and you get to like the last little bit right before the boat and you're getting ready to pull it up, make another cast, that we're striking right there at the boat, which was incredible to see that big bronze back just come up and go down on the shrimp and everything. It was pretty awesome. So, we get rid of that. So yeah, that was pretty neat, to see. A lot of ladyfish. Once you got out to about, because the way the wind was pushing us, we'd run up in shallow and then drift it back out, but it was pushing us kind of down the flat. And once you hit about 9 to 9.5 foot of water, man, them ladyfish and Spanish were out there, and we got bit off a couple times. Ladyfish, just tearing up bait. So if you're looking to catch some shark bait and you want ladyfish, that 9.5, 10 foot, right as it starts to drop off the grass flats, would be a great place to start looking and hunting. Plus they're a lot of fun on light tackle, get out there and do some stuff. So what's my favorite popping cork? Right now I'm using, and I was going to bring one in for show and tell tonight too, but I left it in the garage. Send It popping corks. They were designed here locally by some guys, who run charters over in the Choctawhatchee, Destin area. And, they have a couple different sizes. The one I like to use recently is, has the cupped mouth to get more action when you're popping it. And working it kind of slow. Once you get out of the pinfish are thick as well, over the flat. So once you get out of about 4.5 foot and work that 4.5 to 9 foot area, that's where your concentration of trout are going to be right now.
Oop, you got another question for you, sir.
Okay. We got here, Smitty, question if I can. On your RC boat that drops the baits, does it work good in waves? I was looking at one after watching a few. Oh, cool. Well, thanks for watching my videos. It depends on the size waves that you're running it in. I would say under 2 foot, you're good. But that also depends on the amount of current that is running, as well as the size bait that you're running. So you got to take all those into consideration when you're running your boat out in that sort of wave condition. Got to be smart about it. I mean, it's not a tank. If ideally a foot or less is perfect, but you can run it up to 2, depending on the size bait and depending on the currents that are running. But I'm happy if you want to shoot me a DM after the show on either of my socials. What was that? I thought like the Emperor was coming in there, man. Whoa, it was gone again. But if you're happy to shoot me a message, and I'll hook you guys up with any information on the boats that you're looking for. Would a splashdown be better, or splash drone be better? So we are exploring that option now on some things, because some things have changed in our area, and I'm digging more into that. A drone's going to be quicker to deploy your baits. If you watched any of Yakking with Jack stuff, he just recently started playing around with it and for bait drops, and it definitely can carry more weight. It'll get your bait out quicker. Back in, there's a lot of advantages to using a drone, but you got to understand there's a lot of disadvantages that come along with it. It's still an electronic device that you're using in a saltwater environment, so take that for what it's worth.
Jack, which one are you using again? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Swell
my
Pro,
body
I think.
just got jacked up because I friggin' touched the setting. I shouldn't.
See, so you're messing with it.
Yeah, you gotta stop. It's the warning. Stop touching things. My mother always told me, don't touch things. They break or they fall off. So
or you go blind, one of the two.
You can go blind.
Swell Pro. Yeah.
Thanks, Donnie. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That there. Okay. This is where
depends.
This is where we're getting into. This is the weeds portion of the conversation. You have to be very careful with that, and that could be a show on itself. So, also airspace. No, not getting into it.
No, nope. Don't go down a rabbit hole, because we can have this whole
2 aviation
hour long.
Two aviation guys talking about drones, FAA rules, and
on what we can do and can't do,
NOTAMs. Like, oh god, it's no good. All right, so you got out on the boat. You had some good ones there. I got out.
How about you?
I did a walk run, and I
No.
But yeah, it was strange. Well, both of us did actually. So Justin and I both went out. We both skunked that night. We hit golden hour. We thought for sure it was going to be hot. Hit some real good positions. Water was nice. Clarity was good. Wave action was good. Depth still hot as hell in that water though. It is still at that.
87 degrees is what I was showing surface temp yesterday.
Yep.
In the bay.
So I didn't. Then the next day, Justin went out with set rigs and caught bluefish, because reasons. So he got the bluefish sandwich. I am still on the nut for right now, but it's all good.
Yeah.
I'll go.
It seemed to be hit or miss with the walk, because you guys will see in the scroll when we get to it, there were some folks that were having some good luck casting in the Fort Pickens area earlier this week.
Yeah. Down there.
And I know earlier in the week, Justin had some good luck walking in the evening times and stuff. So it just, I think it's hit timing, maybe right place, right time. Is that? I don't know. I mean, that seems to be a lot of the fishing. Hello, my fishing buddies. How's the cocaine shark been? What is up, Tony at Fish Gum?
Tony, if you really want to get into, it's talking about cocaine sharks, that OP is kind of that white little powdery substance. I mean, I'm not wondering here, but that Pompano cocaine right there, that stuff's been, yeah.
Whiting cocaine. That's what that is.
Whiting comes up. You want a piece? No,
that's right. Cocaine whiting.
Cedar Ridge, cocaine how are you? Richard, let's talk after the show, bud. You're talking out of state lines here. You're talking about a bunch of different stuff. You really got to jump into a few other things when it comes to that. So it's a very in-depth conversation that we can get into about it. It's just not going to be good.
Absolutely.
Cocaine shark manatee. So funny you bring up that. It's all good. So I just recently recorded a podcast. I won't say with who or when it's going to release, but in that podcast episode, we're going to talk about him and his buddy in a kayak, and his buddy got launched because of a cow manatee was protecting her cub. Unintentionally, it was a nighttime run on their kayaks, and he got yoinked.
That's like stuff you see out of the Serengeti or whatever, when hippos just come up out of nowhere and tear up your homemade wooden canoe.
Start talking about like all these animals and the weirdness, and then I end up going on to TikTok later on, and I'll see the guys and gals that walk through the Everglades looking for the friggin' pythons. And it's like, here's that little alligator. Yoink! I'm like, don't touch him! No, you don't touch the water dinosaurs. Get the hell out of there, barefoot.
Yeah. Just traipsing. Well, come on. Traipsing through the swamp at night with just kind of, looking for pythons. I mean, come on. There's 2 strikes right there, and barefoot at 3. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you thinking?
Dude, your youth time card is being punched very heavily, and I mean, 6-pack of beer back in my 20s, I'd have been like,
absolutely.
Bet you I can get them one-handed.
Exactly. All right, let's keep on going. Opening and closures. All right, red snapper season, as we discussed, every weekend from now on till the end of November, to include Labor Day, which is coming up Monday, and Thanksgiving holiday.
Jack.
Why is it doing that? I wonder, because I run back and just starts.
No, still there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me go back to this. Hang on. We're gonna fix this. All right, we'll go back. All right, how's now? All right, red snapper season.
Good.
Okay, every weekend from now to the end of November, to include Labor Day and Thanksgiving holiday. Trigger season is open till the 31 December, according to the latest email blast we got from FWC, and Gag Grouper open today and season runs through 11 November. So get out there and get those gags. We got a nice bay gag not too long ago. A couple of them, actually. So you don't have to run offshore here in the Pensacola area to get grouper. They are in the bay. You're trying not to laugh, aren't you?
You have an aesthetically pleasing voice in these headphones. I just want you to know that. I'm sure every
Is that what it is? Do you want me to read you a bedtime story? Is that what it was?
I mean, kind of vibrating.
There I was.
My eardrums right
now. I
now.
never thought this would happen to me.
Weird, but it's like, this is actually kind of cool. Like, it ain't horrible.
All right, if you guys like this voice setting, we'll keep it here as long as Mike may be your headset card. Oh, no wonder. Audio card or whatever. Interesting. I just got a new computer. Maybe it's time to get another one.
No, it's likely a connection. I seriously think it might either your internet or one of the cords. It is what it is. I mean, because I know you're running directly plugged, so. But yeah, Richard's got a good point. It could be your head jack connection. All right, what are tournament sales and seminars? What you got for the fun piece, sir?
Oh, that's me again, huh? Let me pull that back up. All right, Hook, Line, and Sinker seminar put on by Hotspot Charters at Flounders Fish House in Pensacola Beach. According to the website, September 4th seminar topic is bottom fishing. That was announced yesterday. I believe it was. So go check them out at hotspotcharters.com/seminars or on Facebook at Hook, Line, Sinker Seminars. And I did reach out to Tyler Massey today because at first I didn't see it. So hopefully he reaches back out to me and gives us some insight on all their upcoming seminars. Because they all say right now to be determined.
Slow down.
Audio still good?
No.
What's it doing?
No, I don't know, man. I really don't. You didn't do anything different.
All right.
Jimmy John's Freaky Fast.
Yeah, Freaky Fast. And then 30A Light Tackle, Legendary Marine, and Half Hitch are doing their seminar at Legendary Marine in Destin. That will happen on the 5th of September, and the topic is blackfin tuna fishing. There you go. Don't forget, these two seminars are the first Monday and Tuesday of each month. This is going to bother me now.
All right. Yeah, you put I don't know. Try checking put in mute and see if you can't then notice anything on the sound settings. Check that one, see if you can't see those. Might be on that one because I've got the fun one. All right, upcoming and ongoing tournament, September 2nd. That's AKA tomorrow. We got the Boathouse Oyster Bar Dig Deep Fishing Tournament by Warriors on the Water. September 9th, Mariana Jack Yacht Basin Offshore and Inshore Warriors on the Water as well. September 23rd to 24th September. I put September twice in my notes because I read from my notes. I'm a genius. Alabama Slammer Ball and Secure at Gulf Shores. October 1st to the 28th, Stinky's Fall Pompano Grand Slam out of 30A area. It does encompass the entire Panhandle if you wish. Lots of pretty cool things that happen there with that one. So glad to see that one's back. October 6th to 8th, first annual Emerald Coast Inshore Slam out of Pensacola. It's sounding better right there. I'm hearing Claire's shots right there. October 6th to 8th, Kids Fish, St. Simon's Island Running of the Bulls out of Georgia. We will be there. October 7th and 8th, Navarre Fishing Rodeo right here in this area. October 20th to 22nd, Panhandle Salt Pompano Showdown. October 28th to 29th, Bond Secure Fishing Club, Fish for Families out of Gulf Shores. There are more tournaments, and it should be good there. Big thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you know of a tournament, let us know. I mean, I try my best to be a cyber stalker. I'm not the greatest at it. So with these tournaments, I just happen to find these on accident. If you know of a tournament that's happening in the Panhandle region or something that supports families, something big like that in the region that we can help support in some way, by all means, let us know. We'd like to get the information out there. So don't hesitate. Please share, like, subscribe, the other things I'm supposed to say. All right, your turn for the question of the week. Let's see how your audio is doing. You're muted. Yep, your main one's muted, dude. Your main one. Hit the bottom left corner.
Oh yeah, there you go. You're so smart. That's because I disconnected and reconnected, and it muted it so it didn't hear on stuff.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah, whatever. Here we go. Question of the week: how does Gulf Coast fishing scene change during the various seasons, and what species do you target?
Any one of them that bite my lure.
Right.
They wiggle it and it bites. That's a win.
But we definitely, it's a noticeable difference, especially so we'll take surf fishing for instance. When there are transition periods, and there's different things we do different times of the year. I'll say that most people do to entice strikes, right, or to entice bites. Fish gum, Tony, I actually absolutely agree. This year has been crazy on things to do, try, whatever. But in this area, and when you think about it, we have a fall spring transition, or a winter spring transition, and then a summer fall transition, just like in bass fishing, right? And in
Right.
freshwater fishing. There's certain things we do in the spring, and as we're transitioning from wintertime into the spring, that we do, like using I'll say, like just using a normal drop rig, right? When you're surf fishing, it's going to work in the springtime. You're using floats, you're using things like that. But as the spring grows on and you get more into summer, you got to start changing up your tactics. Lighter leaders, fishing pressure becomes great. Even inshore fishing, you switch up your tactics, lighter leaders, smaller hooks, things like that, to get more bites. You start rolling into, and the bite kind of shifts. You go from more of an evening bite to a morning bite. And then as we get into fall, you start going from that morning bite into more of a sunset golden hour bite. How things differ. So as we grow through those seasons, there's different things that we do that allows us to catch more fish.
Yeah.
And not everybody understands that, I don't think. I think some folks think whatever I'm used to doing, I'll continue to do it. And you could have more success if you switch up your tactics with the seasons and how things flow.
I'd agree. Thanks for catching us live. So with the other one too on that, I think you've got the other piece too, where one part of the season is beach depleting, and another part of the season is beach replenishing. That's also something to kind of play with there too, because with the sandbars changing so much, especially with storm activity, when you have a cut there on Monday, that cut's gone by Friday. Great example in our area, and I'll throw the spot out because it's blown up on YouTube. 2 years ago, Brick House. I mean, you remember the giant crater we had? It was great. And then a year later, it was gone. And then all of a sudden, 6 months later, we got it back. It was during the different season pushes of what was replenishing and what was pulling. And that's something that I recently learned about, was that beaches do replenish themselves. I didn't think of that very much. I mean, hell, great example was, remember we were in the text group, we were talking about they're going to do the beach replenishment. And then we walked down from the National Seashore there from Brick House, and we're like, where did this extra 200 yards of sand magically appear from? Did they do it? No, it was just the replenishment by the way the currents were.
Donnie.
Yeah. What's that? Pumping efficiency around, heck, man. Yeah. Whiting, yes, I agree. Whiting have definitely been one of the hardest to catch. That was the one where we were all very, very concerned as to why the whiting weren't here. And then if you think about it too, Jack brought it up, out in the kayaks, the tuna bite was a little late and less. The cobia bite was extremely missing, to the point where news articles were written and scientists were getting very nervous about it. And you look at it this year, this is probably one of the warmest years we've had in the water. There's 100 different things, but I agree with you. I think that, the big one is the seasons. You got to remember the season. And if you're not going to get into the fine tooth of fishing, if you're going to come down here dead Christmas and, relaxing for that, you're going to need to be on a Carolina rig. You're probably going to want to be on 7 to 10 pound on a size 6 circle hook or a J hook. You're going to want to be on something different than what you normally fish, but you just have to play a different game. You have to understand that it changes. And it's very easy for us, especially in the surf, to forget that. Because how many times we go out there, double drops on, they'll throw it. But,
right.
Real easy for that to
happen. And, bait selection, one of my biggest things is when we talk about okay, springtime, sand fleas and everything, they're just abundant. That's what the fish are gorging on.
Right.
At least if you're thinking whiting and pompano, right? And,
Right.
and that's what they're gorging on. As you roll into fall, the sand fleas tend to go away, and now they're eating more clams and things like that. So you don't really need, the way I look at it is dropper rigs with floats are there to imitate sand flea, right? Just the general shape outline. When you move into fall, they're munching clams. You want to go beads or something small that they're going to ingest, that they're used to eating during that time. There's no sand fleas, ergo, they're going to be looking for clams, which is why I don't capture and blanch and do sand fleas for the wintertime, because while it is in their diet, it's not what they're looking for at that time, if that makes sense.
It's funny you say that.
Now other people may do. I mean, that's me personally. That's my thought process on why I don't. Other people use them during the winter time and stuff and do very well, or fall and winter and do very well. But in general, that's my thought process. And when I start from chartering and everything, that's when I start switching things up and going more, and then very minimal in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're very, the heat, they're lethargic, they don't want to eat. So you got to present it as naturally as you can for them to actually bite. But.
So you you being the charter guy, I don't think I'd ever disagree with you ever,
No.
and I'm not going to this time.
I always want to know the other side of it, you know.
So my thought is, when it comes to that, is it's a tasty morsel that they haven't had and they want it. That's the only reason. Now, I don't blanch my sand fleas. I don't do that anymore.
Right.
After Tony had shown us that the saltwater curing brine, I've gone that route a lot more. And if you guys want to see what I'm talking about, go over to the Fish Gum channel on YouTube. You can find it. Look up brining fish, or I'm sorry, sand fleas. Brine. And it worked out wonderful, just because it was that thought process for that. But I mean, hell, you guys know how it is. The biggest one you do is from Noel. No, yeah, that's right. Noel did show. That's right. But the cool piece with these, the bait being, is after you catch one and you bring it home, gut it and cut that stomach open. I mean, you got to know what they're feeding on. We're in a couple of text groups and we'll all text about it. You know, I love looking in there and it's like, hey, I see a little claw. I know what that is. That's a ghost shrimp, you know, or hey, that's shiny purple, coquina clams. You know, you're going after all these ones. So, you know, gut them out, figure out what it is, and talk to your friends, because it's always good to know what the bait of choice is. And you've heard us say it about 100 different times, is those damn things. They seem to be working. I mean, they're eating them. We might as well try to catch the damn things. It's just finding out which they're going to hit is the key. And you know, if you've got plenty of bait with you, that's going to be the important one to figure it out. And that's why a lot of us go out. I mean, maybe it's not the reason, but I'm all for why I go out with 3 to 4 rods. Every rod's got something different on until I figure out what the hell they want. And then I'm zeroing in on where that one hit, and I'm going to town with what that bait was. You know, it's all experimental until you find out where it is.
Absolutely. Trucking life. Do you use cut clams, or do you just imitate a clam with beads? So up here, we have not found that clams work as well as they do on the East Coast. Now, having said that, clam flavored fish bites does work very well. The peach color, the natural peach colored white, or the purple and white work well up here, but cut clam, and we've tried it. Brian and I both have tried it. Chip, when he's come over, he's brought clams with him. They just don't work as well over here like they do on the East Coast of Florida for whatever reason. But we use the beads. I'll use the bead method to kind of imitate that, either on the hook or just a single bead on the line prior to the hook, like I would a float, to get strikes and fish.
Cliff, you could catch a pompano in a freshwater pond. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, you're one of the best anglers I know, and that's no BS.
Not true.
But you bring up some great points
Straight
here.
facts.
You know, color being a big one there, and you've talked about
Mhm.
that too with the beads. You know, when you do with the green get-ems, different colors make a difference, and you know, you even told me, you know, that is a different factors. It could be
Mhm.
something. It could be, you know, I could have thrown 6 inches past where they are and they're just not interested. You know, it's just all about it's all part of the fishing game. And you just got to figure out what the combination is for that day to be successful. And, you know, go find Cliff and fish to his left.
Well, I don't know. Ask Tom, because
Oh, that's
Tom
right.
will, Tom will tell you every time he goes fishing with Cliff, it's who's catching fish. Yeah, he did. He just caught another one. He caught one. So, but you know, that also goes into what you have confidence in when fishing. Just like freshwater fishing or throwing, you know, inshore stuff, whatever you have the most confidence in is what you've caught the most fish on. Therefore, you're going to continue to use it over and over again, which could be why you have the most confidence in it. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you say a chartreuse paddle tail is the only thing that catches specks because that's all you've caught your specks on, that's all you use, you know, you got confidence in it. You're good. That's your
Yeah.
go-to, or your X wrap or whatever it is that you use. So, I mean, to Cliff's point, that does come into it and play a big factor in what you personally have the confidence in to catch fish.
Mhm.
And it's hard for people to step outside of that, I think.
I'd agree. I'd fully agree. Hey, Barry. Yeah, I agree. I mean, water temps does play a game. Hey, we look forward to having you down here, man. We by all means stick around. We got a lot of crazy things that happen here on the show. Not to mention between Mike and his
Yeah.
post, me and my post. There's plenty of knowledge out there.
Absolutely.
The other one too for me, and I recently got this one in one of the episodes, was reeling up squid. Oh, you.
With my fighting mouth.
I was wondering if he was going to bring that up.
Is he an expert?
Tom's here.
Is he an expert? I fished on both sides of him. Yep. Tom, we're going to take it you're the Facebook user. So,
Yep, that's got to be Tom. Another one that I'm almost positive was Noel, but I could be wrong. I'm sorry. You guys know my brain sucks. Was put your bait in what kind of column it's in. If it's a crab, put it in the bottom. Put it on the bottom dropper. If it's a shrimp, put it on the top dropper. Yeah, that kind of plays into the game too. You just never know. That's the greatest thing about fishing is we never know. Then when we think we know, we get punched in the face real quick and realize, yeah, no, I'm not that good. So
Yeah.
it's all good there. And yes,
So-
absolutely. I catch nothing
Yes.
but friggin' rays.
Yes. Stingrays and catfish with
Yep.
with squid. Actually, I do have a picture and I have posted it online. It's probably from like fall of 20 maybe. Pompano on squid.
Really?
I have caught pompano on squid.
More than
That's
more
not
than
something
one?
I take. It's not something I take to the beach regularly. So, and it may have been a fluke, but I was out there for a specific purpose. And we ended up catching pompano on that. But you know, I go back to, you know, we're talking about Noel Kuhn a little bit. He's come up a couple times in the show tonight, and so I got to make sure I reference him in the also mentions. But you know, Noel's analogy on the East Coast, the A1A 95, and then whatever the other road
I
is.
think it was, or
so,
something.
So I was thinking about that when I was driving the other day. I was like, you know, that makes perfect sense. And if you think about it, in our neck of the woods, we have like 98, boom, that's the congestion that everybody's just kind of slow rolling through, right? And then you got Highway 90, which is a little bit faster, that'll take you east-west, but it's more of a scenic route. And then you got I-10 where you're just speeding through. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I appreciate that, Noel. I'm gonna borrow it, and I'm gonna, you know, make
Adapt
it so
it to the
it's
Panhandle.
and make sure it's Panhandle specific. But appreciate that.
Tom, you know he's done it to more than just you. He's done it to all of us in the
Ouch.
group.
That's like a kick in the junk, man. He like straight up kicked you in the jimmy.
Oh man. But yeah, I agree. We started talking about seasons here, and we love that you guys are also contributing in the chat because that makes the conversation continue. And you guys know we love talking with you guys on this. But yeah, seeing various seasons, and definitely with the way the surf goes, it's hell and inshore, tide a little bit with that, and the currents and the grass, all that crap. All that stuff plays a factor. So knowing your seasons, having notes to be able to follow that, to know when you fish, that's always good. Make sure you're documenting that because it's going to make you more successful next year.
That ties into the Friday Night Lights that Chip did.
It does.
Look how you did that.
Convenient.
I just watched that. So if you guys aren't following the Sinker guy, he did one tonight about taking notes for his Friday Night Lights. And that was a pretty good segue, Brian.
Thank you, sir.
You did that.
Thank
we like
you.
how we all, Chip, everybody who's following their, Fish Gum and everyone, just sharing the knowledge and trying to make everybody better anglers. That's the whole purpose of this show, is to tell you what we know, share with you what we know, to make everybody more successful when you go out there, because that's what we want to see. Everybody catching fish. We want to see more pictures and us tagged in the Panhandle Fishing Report and all those good things. It's more better for everybody.
Here's a note-taking device. If you open up my notepad, you're going to see dates, baits, times. You're going to see that. That matters. So take damn notes. It's not that hard. I mean, unless you guys got the steel trap brain, which I don't. All right. Shall we get into the reportage? Everybody's probably chomping at the bit after we've been just shooting the shit for this long. All right. Fishing Report is being brought to you by Rogue Reels. Use code ROGUE15 to save 15% off your order. Rogue Reels makes high quality hand tied fishing leaders, the Smitty surf rig. And oh my gosh, Brian.
Your mic just did it.
Did it really? That's weird. All right. Hand-tied fishing leaders like the Smitty rig, a 20-foot, 500-pound class deployment shark leader, and the Demo rig, a heavy-duty double drop rig. Go check them out at Rogue Reels. That's REELZ fishing.com.
Mike's pouring to slow down. Yeah. I told y'all this bottle is probably going to be empty tonight. It is my anniversary, so I'm celebrating.
Dude, we shouldn't even be on then. I didn't know that.
It's all good.
Happy
22
anniversary.
years. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Check the messenger.
I just looked over there and I was like, what? What are you doing, Barry?
You got the first report, so I'll look at
I'll go ahead. You look and I'll do the first report. All right, offshore report. Here we go. Trolling for kings and mahi is still the ticket offshore. Although the numbers are down this week with the weather and everything else, the bite is still strong. Vermilion snapper, or mingos, if we like to call them, and trigger bite is still strong. Chumming them up from the depths is still the way to get them all fired up. According to Half Hitch Destin, the fads are holding blackfin tuna and big mahi if you're venturing out that far. It's kind of a run. But if you're going way offshore, that's what your deal is right now. It's kings, blackfin tuna, mahi, the normal bottom drop fishing inshore, near shore, is triggers and mingos. Red snapper, obviously going into this weekend, throw them in the bucket, throw them in the cooler, bring them home 16 inches or greater, and have you a good time. And then, like I said, kings, trolling for kings, they're out there, and Spanish near the passes, both passes, here in the area, Pensacola and Destin. Didn't get much on offshore for the Panama City nor the Orange Beach area.
All righty, moving on to into the inshore. Half Hitch, Navarre, and Destin. Heavy reporting for mangrove snapper. Lots of them getting after it in our way. Lots of cool things between Bob Sykes, grass flats. If it's got structure, it's got a mangrove, apparently. Trouts and reds at night has been more reported, more there so than the day. They are having a sale this weekend. It is Labor Day, so they got Stratix on sale, rods, and some combos. Live shrimp are for the weekend. They have the live shrimp and tiger minnows. Outcast bait.
Navarre?
Yep.
Jack didn't tell me that. Call him in here. Actually, I don't. That's Shimano. I'm a pin only, but anyway. That's a whole nother
And-
conversation.
And the show notes just got fun.
Sorry, go ahead, brother.
I'd say, not me. You're the typer. I'm just here. No. Yeah, Barry, I can't wait to bring it up. Outcast Bait and Tackle reporting mangrove, heavy on the structure again. Shrimp is the primary needed bait for mangroves if you're going after them. Outcast has that's where it was. That was supposed to be in my higher notes. Fall blowout sale, September 14th to 17th. So as you guys know, it's that time. It is that. I totally forgot about it. He told me, I was like, holy crap, I didn't even realize we're in September.
Extra tough boots. That's what I'm going for this year.
Oh, nice.
Extra tough boots.
I remember you were talking about that. You wanted them for that. Yeah. Gulf Breeze Bait and Tackle is reporting Fort Pickens and Bob Sykes. Mangrove.
Mangrove.
I mean,
well, this is a surprise.
Who knows? Clothing and reels will be on sale. If you're a spin fisher person, there you go. Gulf Breeze Bait and Tackle. Beach Bum Outdoors is reporting mangrove trout and the occasional red. They have live shrimp. Gulf Breeze said they will get a new one here soon. They should be getting their shipment tomorrow. Beach Bum Outdoors, for their sale, they have a sale table going on with reels, apparel, and combos. Emerald Coast Bait and Tackle picking up on, I talked to Anna today, redfish are picking up, and mangrove heavily at pilings and at bridges. Live shrimp and small bait and pins seem to be getting them, chewing on them. So make sure you get plenty. They got plenty of live bait. If you've been in the market for a kayak, the 132 Big Water, the sale this weekend is 15% off.
Ooh, at Emerald Coast?
At Emerald Coast. Now, if any of you guys have been trying to get into kayak, one thing I learned when I was going through the whole kayak game was the prices are dead set by the manufacturer. Old Town says you will sell it for this and this only, and they will spot check. Who knew? So for them to give a sale, that's always pretty big. They have apparel on sale this weekend. Pelagic is going to be 50% off. Sedona and Stratic reels at 20%, Fierce combos 20%, and Spin Fishers as well at 20%. So you got some sales, you got some good reports. Go out and get some mangroves.
So you know what? Spin Fishers are on sale, right?
My guess would be end of year, but
they upgraded. They went to the new version. They went from the, is it 4, 5, 6s? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, 8. Whatever one they were on, they upgraded. So now they're going to close out all their other spin fishers right now. So that's interesting. But the pelagic one that's pretty big. If you want like some nice shorts or things like that, that's 50% off on that. That's a huge discount. They got some cool. I might have to go down there. Actually, I am going down there tomorrow, I think.
Huh.
I'm going to Fort Wall. Yeah, I'm going down there in that area tomorrow.
How convenient.
How convenient for me.
Yeah, Barry, I would not be upset about another Ultegra. I really wouldn't.
Yeah. And he also mentioned, you've seen the ones at Trading Post, Mike. Which ones are you talking about, Barry? What are you talking about there? What did I say that triggered a response there? I don't know.
I saw some in-store deals, but nothing else that was showing online, Barry. That's the only
the new boots. Yeah, I did. Everglades Trading Company or something like that they came out with, or that they have. Yeah, I have seen them. So I saw Courtney's post on them, and the other one, super comfy, nice. I may have to check them out. Okay, going back to my Brian.
Yep, you're on the surf.
Subliminally. To get back
to I was trying to move my other
surf report. Pompano are hitting the beaches, which is again odd for this time of year. Knock on wood, we're still able to fish the beach right now. So bluefish and Spanish mackerel are in the surf. Grab your favorite casting rod and lure and hit the beaches in the evening. Now you'll see in the scroll, but you want to get your kids involved in fishing. Hit the beach early morning with the same setup you would go out with in the evening, and throw and catch your limit of ladyfish. I know ladyfish, you don't want to catch ladyfish, this and that, but you want to get a kid involved in fishing. Ladyfish is going to do it because they're action packed. They're going to feel the pull, the tug, especially on light tackle. Just it's amazing. So you want to get a kid hooked on fishing, take them out, throw them, Get them hooked up and then just hand them the rod and let them fight that bad boy in. They're going to have a blast. And as always, nighttime is the right time for sharks. Like how I said that, don't you? I should have switched my voiceover. Nighttime is the right time for sharks. Anyway, I'm looking for new waders. Ooh, I got some that I've held up, and I will push them later. And they're an off-brand, and they're super cheap. But
nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guess we're going into Les Piers, Panama City, mangroves, bobo, and catfish. A lot of catfish.
They actually told you.
He's like, dude, I don't know
we're
what
wearing
to
out
say,
the catfish right
but
now.
we have caught a ton of catfish. Like, he was very unhappy
awesome.
when he said it. I was like, all right. But they're getting pecked away by a ton of bait stealers too. So lots of that around there. Don't forget, if you forget your bait, they've got that new 24-hour bait vending machine there at the Panama City Pier. So you can be all set up there. Calusa rocking in with some pompano, ladyfish, Spanish, and I had to ask the question in the chat group, a yellowtail. And I still don't know if it means probably jack, is probably my thought. I don't think it's yellowtail snapper. Navarre Pier's running Spanish, mangroves, ladyfish, yellow and hardtail, pompano. Pensacola Pier running hardtails, ladies, and a couple of baby bobos running around there. So piers seem to be kind of doing the same thing. But if you're looking for some yellowtail for some bait, Okaloosa Navarre is a great place to go. Get into that one. If you're still hunting after the mangroves, the piers are great. The structure. They're all over it. And if you watched if you watch Sean's video today, Lawless Tide, you'll see a certain area he fishes all the time with some fish that are just dying to be caught, or steal your line because they cut you off on the friggin' razor sharp rocks there on the pillars. But lots of cool stuff that are going on there. Lots of fish.
You know, I never knew you could just. That was my phone beeping.
You can't.
I didn't think so. You knew what I was gonna say.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
I'm like, really?
Because anyway. I have talked to the neighbor about that. Where I've seen the dock puppies, and he's told me about them. So I don't know if I'd want to catch a dock puppy. I'd catch it just to catch it, but I'd want to throw him back. That's just me. I'm weird like that. A video changed my mind about the monsters at the dock puppies. Dock puppies get to stay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they get fed by all the charter guys, and I get it. That's just kind of what they've become, and it's not good for us to feed them. We all know that, but yeah, they're there and they're getting big, and if you can catch them, cool, fun tug. But screw it, you found a cool house, live there.
I don't know. That's a good one. No, Barry, but dude, that's crazy looking.
Ooh,
I know that caught my. I was like, dude, that's awesome. That's like.
Thanks, Donnie.
Anyway,
my cup now blends. my cup. Ooh, the eye. This is just no.
The tarpon are in that area, juvenile tarpon, certain times a year, but further back in that area of that video,
more to the north. Yeah,
they're out there though. Pour a little bit. All right.
And Donnie, what did you do? Nothing. It's just my cup blends into my green screen.
Yeah. All right. I guess we're into weather.
We are into the weather.
Let me go over here and pull it up then. Share screen. Come on now. There we go. 10-day weather. I can't wait to get to the scroll. There's a lot of stuff on there. All right. Weather going into next week. The next couple days look like shit. I mean, I'll just be honest. Thunderstorms, and then Monday. And of course, if you think about like the opening weekend of snapper season was just a shit show. And then we're closed, and now we're opening back up for snapper season. But guess what? We got thunderstorms to deal with, 87%, 60% chance, strong winds out of the east. I mean, come on. But things do look good going into next weekend. They look absolutely amazing. Starting about Wednesday, 91, sunny, Southeast winds at 8. Come on, man. And again, southeast at 8, west southwest at 9. I mean, those are good forecasts. Whether you're inshore, offshore, surf, that's going to be a good couple days there to get out there and get after it. So next couple days, be safe out there. Be careful. Look at those. Like I said, even though the winds aren't that high, it's the thunderstorms and the chance of rain. We start going into Tuesday, things look better. Wind's still a little high, but getting into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, into the weekend, next weekend, it's going to be nice. So get out there and do some fishing. There we go. Matter of fact, I can hear the rain falling out there now. Raining again.
I got woke up by 4 o'clock in the morning from the thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Barry, a dock puppy is just a fish that just lives there. He's just the neighborhood fish. Fish on greens, salty surf fishing. I
take it that's Robert Green. Welcome.
I take it that's Robert Green. Alrighty.
What you got on windy, man?
I'm trying. I am really trying here.
Like, why is my computer not working?
I know. I'm like, why is this not clicking? All right, now it's clicking. All right, so I wanted to bring this up first.
That's pretty much what it looks like right now.
Yeah. So, come on, scroll out. Thank you.
Hey, Cliff, I heard if you use a red bead for red fishing, it works really good. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Single drop.
This is our little jerk that's just hanging out, screwing everything up for the next 48 hours. So, as you can see, a little bit of creeping up there, moving up into the northeast. So not ideal, not wonderful, but hey, it is what it is. That's just part of the game. We all just have to play it, right?
Yeah. Which is weird when you know that weather systems move west to east here, and you see that coming up from the south. It just it plays with my mind a little bit.
See, this is where like I don't. I'm not saying I don't trust the Weather Channel. I like windy because I can see the direction from a long way and be able to track it, because the storms are rolling there now. Before you all come up and be like, oh, well, different altitudes. Yes, I know. Different altitudes have different jet streams. I gotcha. But still, it makes me always concerned. All right. So right now, basically, you're looking at the winds are going to be kind of rocking a little bit ugly east, southeast 10 teens rocking in there till about Tuesday or Wednesday. And it's going to roll down to about 3 to 6 east, southeast Thursday and Friday. It's going to switch over to south, southwest. It's decent winds, not too bad, but it's going to be in your face. So be ready for that. As you know, the hurricanes are out there doing their thing. And when I say hurricanes, I'll pause this for a second.
There's a couple out there.
We can just go over here and take a look at this little perfect. Yeah, the perfect storm.
Look at that cluster of shit.
There's that. So the Flemish cap is right around here.
Are you talking about going catching swordfish off the Flemish cap?
Oh, let's go catch some swordy fishies. Not with this crap though, because I
promised you a shit ton of fish. I will get you a shit ton of fish.
And this is why this is fun for me to watch nowadays. This stuff is just kind of really fascinated me with the way the circle is. You got you got the counterclockwise rotation. One's feeding off of the other, creating another one. This one's creating this one, which is getting sucked up here. That one here, one coming off of Africa. I mean, if you are in the Atlantic right now, your life sucks, and I'm really sorry. So get out of there. Like, I don't know how they're in Bermuda. I don't know how you guys are survived. Anyway, waves look pretty good. You're looking a little crappy for a couple days here, if I remember correctly. Here, you guys can see my show notes. Waves 2 to 3, then shrinking down to 1 footers later on with that. And then, since Barry brought it up and we're already in my screen, I'm just going to go ahead and go with it here.
The best damn skipper.
You're going to see some weird stuff in this file. Yes, you are.
Whoa, look at all that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. We're not going to talk about that little guy.
You're going to show it? I wasn't going to show it. Is that Skipper?
Yeah.
That's not Skipper, is it?
That's not. No,
Okay.
no. If it was, I would make that full screen.
No.
That's
a big squid, though.
That's a squid jig, and that's I mean,
that's a fighting belt.
I get it, but you got to use that thigh, bro. Got to use that thigh. It's that's what it's there for. So yeah, that's your weather. It's not too bad, not too great, but could be worse. So into the scrollage.
I had something I was going to say and then I lost it. And
Oh, my bad. I screwed it up.
no, it's all good. All right. Scroll it. Here we go. Facebook. Let's see here. I got to get this pulled up first on Facebook. So,
and I still say the same thing, and I'm going to say it again. El Nino is covering our butt for hurricanes on our side anyway, apparently.
think
As
so?
long as it doesn't come from the Yucatan and go straight north and punch us in the face.
Yeah. What's up with that?
That was quite the what the hell? Where did this northern shot come from? Why?
What a douche. All right. StreamYard, present, share screen. Come on now. Facebook. Yeah, 9-1. All right, here we are in my 9-1 collection there. So we said kings are still biting. There's a nice one from our buddies, Mark Holtz over there at 30A Light Tackle. When the fish is as long as you are. You have that one too? No, okay. But that's a nice king right there. So great job, Mark. Mark's always putting his clients on fish over there. Here's another one from our buddy Mark Holtz. And the reason I bring this one up, GI jigs. Look at that. That's the jig head right there. And you can see that chartreuse and white with that big eye right there. And then a nice, that's probably what, a 6-inch or so, 8-inch Z-Man paddle tail. But look at the size of that drum. That is a nice redfish right there. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So we had an interesting conversation earlier about redfish in our group text chat. And on redfish, that may be a question for next week that we talk about.
I like it.
Anyway, I saved this one because normally you throw up recipes and stuff, but Half Hitch Destin, I believe this is from Tim Broom. I just looked at that and went, oh my God, that's delicious. That looks so good. But it's Cajun honey butter fish. And I think the thing about this is, if you can see my cursor here, the Kerrygold Irish butter.
Can't go wrong with Kerrygold.
Is the key for this recipe. It's the Kerrygold butter. But when I saw that, I was like, that looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hungry right now. Like literally, if it wasn't like 9 o'clock, or almost 9 o'clock, I'm thinking about going and defrosting some fish and being like, I'm just hungry. Like I just ate 250 milligrams of edibles or something.
Okay.
I shared that with you. And now you know what I was talking about last week. Anyway. That's so good. All right, where we go here. Caught my first Spanish mackerel. Congratulations, Nelson.
Nice.
There you go. And it says, caught my first Spanish, a little over 19 inches, and caught my first mangrove snapper. We said it. Mangrove is hot right now. Look at this picture. Boom. Nice Spanish, nice redfish. Look at them spots. Awesome. You can also post in Spot Tail Mafia and Drum Spots and everything else, and they'll share your photo out as well too. So go check those guys out. But that's a nice redfish right there. And I'm looking in the background. I was pretty close to where you were fishing. So good on you.
House that is, or that building.
Exactly. I'm not saying I drove by it, but I drove by it. Again, like we were saying, mangrove, and this is Bob Sykes Pier right here. Get out there, decent day. As Brian mentioned, live shrimp obviously is key, but small pinfish as well. Using smaller fish, smaller pins, minnows, things like that, is going to keep the pinfish away. Your bait's going to last longer, and you're going to target these bigger mangroves. So get out there, and they make excellent sandwiches. Good stuff there. Let's see here. Where are we at? Boom. Okay, here's what I was talking about. Look at this. Brandon Burleson. Took my two boys out to throw some spoons at Fort Pickens this morning. The big lady fish were biting. Kids don't care. All right. Nope. They don't care if they're catching ladyfish. They don't care if they're catching catfish. They want to catch fish and have a good time. And the tug is, look at that. Look at that smile right there. Says everything about fishing, right? Getting kids hooked early, getting them out there, getting them involved. That's why I said what I did in the surf fishing report. The same gear that you're going to take out late at night to target those bluefish and Spanish mackerel, take it out in the morning with your kids, get them hooked on fishing. Look at that. Boom. And I think Blake, that's another ladyfish. Blake Nelson posted a good picture of his of his kids out there catching the pompano and stuff like that. Get them hooked early. Look at that. So much fun. The smile right there. The smile is everything.
That's the win.
Yeah. And Jordan posted that picture that he did, taking kids out fishing. This is great. So give it a hug. Can I give it a hug before I throw it back? Sure. Give it a hug, send it back. So great job out there, Brandon. Getting the next generation hooked on fishing, which is awesome. We don't talk a whole lot about freshwater fishing. But Pensacola Fishing Fanatics, here we go. We got some freshwater fish going. The thing I thought was interesting about this is wherever he was at, he was catching brim and he was catching blue crabs. So good on you, I guess. I don't know. Very
interesting
places.
Fish fry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, brim and some blue crab. So there you go, out there in the bucket. Nice brim. Yeah, we don't talk about freshwater fishing that much, but this area, the Panhandle, we do have some freshwater. I think that's what the rest of mine are kind of. Here's another one from today. Darren Qualls, is it? Yeah, Qualls. It's a nice bass. Get out there, and you got some nice mullet in there too. There's a freshwater freaks. I don't know. Freshwater freaks again. Yeah, some mullet. That's a big old catfish right there.
That's a huge catfish.
Yeah, that was nice. But good out there. Bass are definitely hitting right now too. Freshwater is on fire as well. Another post from James Emmons. Nice mix this morning. Look at that. Another nice bass on a chatterbait right there. Some nice little brim. No, that brim was pretty hungry to attack that worm right there. I'm just gonna say. I mean, normally we think smaller baits and stuff. So another nice bass on the same setup. Crappie. Look at that little jig. So that, if you've never like specifically done crappie fishing, getting up over structure in like 25, 30 foot of water and dropping one of those little small jigs in a small little grub down to the bottom, that is a lot of fun. And an alligator. Look at that.
No.
Another a dinosaur. And then lastly, over there at Hotspots Charters, again, we've been saying, everyone's been saying, mangrove bite is hot. There you go. Look at that. Nice red fish. And the pelicans are waiting for you to clean those fish because they want the scraps. So
jerks.
Yeah, good job there. That's all I got for the scroll.
Mine is much shorter this week, unfortunately. Nice. I got a little bit distracted with schwacking zombies in the face.
Nice.
I have my days, don't I? I definitely do. All right, back in with the Panhandle inshore fishing.
Frank
got themselves a couple of nice reds, couple of slots. Very nice, Frank. Always good. I'm glad seeing you back on here more. It's always good that you get out getting there. This one. So I pulled up this article. Come on. All right. So I'm gonna share this one here, but nonprofits had to make big waves. I got this from Tight Lines, Open Mind. I can never remember his
Open
name.
Minds, Tight Lines, or whatever.
Thank you, fellow jarhead.
Used to be Veterans for Fishing.
Yep. So this is another one of these. Hey, quit screwing around if you're a veteran. This is going on with the Take a Warrior Fishing. They got a lot of stuff coming up this year, and they've got a ton of events. So this was part of that meeting of the events that are coming up. So hey, take a look at this if you want to see more information about it's coming up. But seriously, if you're a veteran, you want to go. Ron added his newest one. What's
a black bass here?
We might as well during the week. I have no idea what that is. Black sea bass. Yes, it is. I always got to read the hashtags. So added the new one to his.
Where'd he catch that?
I don't. There's a piling right there. I see a notch in it.
No, I know, but
I don't
bet
know.
that was him when he was on this trip in the up the Carolinas.
Might have been. Panhandle Salt. Here's the link for the tournament. You guys are already seeing that one, so I don't need to pull it up. Mangrove snapper bite. Like some guy named Sean. He's in the rocks. Freaking guy.
That guy.
That is not a tiny fish. That is a decent mangrove. He's out there getting after it. Sean loves going out there. He's just always having some fun, and his videos always show you like, hey, I'm right here. Yeah, he doesn't hide it from you. This is another one, I think, a different day, but another massive one.
Another Friday Night Lights reference there too. Really, Brian? Ron caught it in Pensacola Bay on structure.
Huh.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Huh.
My buddy went out and got
Justin.
friggin' bluefish sandwich
Yeah.
meat. Oh, so good.
Did he make so it's okay if he caught the blue, but did he make the Thai sauce that goes with
No,
it?
he made
Oh, I
he
saw
he
that.
makes bluefish nuggies. So his bluefish
okay.
nuggies are really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of food, because
Mm.
reasons, Julie dropping a fun one here.
Did she now? I didn't see that one.
Getting in there with some yummy foods. Yeah, it's so funny. We've been talking about this weird fish all the time. I don't know what it is.
Mangrove right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, inshore, that mangrove is the ticket, man.
I might need to go catch some, considering I failed so much last year.
And if you didn't see our story, we posted one nice one from Southern Yankee today.
Yeah, you did.
Guess
and hey, what's Brent doing? He's catching.
Brent, what is that?
What's that little guy? Hey,
Look at that little guy.
Nice little one there. Good pomp.
That little guy? Don't worry about that little guy.
Emerald Coast Kayakers.
Oh,
That's
nice.
not. I don't think he's in a kayak.
But still,
I don't care. That's a serious red. That's got some honking beef to it. And that's another one. Get another one. That's so cool. Really good stuff. Congrats, guys. Great catches. And then got an inshore slam.
Oh, nice.
And that is not a tiny flounder either. Like that's a decent sized flounder.
Nice
good
trout
red,
too.
Great trout. So that was a great hit. Good ones.
Stephen Price. Way to go, buddy.
Great stuff there. You guys are just crushing them. Loving seeing these posts, especially this kind of time of year. And so that's pretty much all the fun stuff there from my scrollage. And then you already seen the other one. So he was stoked. Oh yeah, definitely.
I bet.
Oh man. All right. So we got all that fun stuff. Oh, I totally forgot this.
Oh, what you got?
The Panhandle Scroll is brought to you by Green Get 'em Rigs, and he's got you covered for all rig bead needs, from the original Green Get 'em to the Pink Pound 'em and Orange Crush 'em beads. These things catch fish. Go check them out at Green Get 'em, GETM rigs.com.
He's got some cool names too. Green Get 'em, Pink Pound 'em. I mean, it's just good, I guess.
It's nice.
It's nice. Brian, I bet he was stoked. Caught in the Pensacola Bay area on structure. Yeah, that's Pensacola Bay is on fire right now. You're getting out there from the mangroves to the reds to snapper to grouper it's such an incredible fishery. We're so lucky to live in this area and be able to catch the stuff that we do. It's just amazing. From shore, from the boat, you can go out shore fishing and catch mangrove snapper. There are areas you can go out shore fishing and catch red snapper. You can go out shore fishing and catch grouper in our area. It's just amazing over here. From Navarre to Pensacola. Destin over is a little different because their base is not as deep as what we have over here in Pensacola and the way our structure is coming in. But it's just amazing the things we can catch in Pensacola Bay. So it's awesome. I'll say that.
I'm happy.
Yeah, there you go. I appreciate everybody sticking around tonight and watching the show. We'll be back next Friday night with all of that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a different outro tonight. It's still going to be 30 minutes, but here it goes.
30 minutes.
We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.